Good morning, everyone. This is Carrie Neely. I'm here with Licata Live with a friend of ours in our low life world, Charles Brewer. Welcome, Charles. Thank you for being on
Carrie.
Licata Live with us today. For those of you who don't know Charles, he is our local history go-to. So we wanted to talk with him a little bit about the historical committee. Is that the name of the committee? Historian committee? What's it called?
It's a Civil War Study Group.
Civil War Study Group. And I know that most recently you were nominated for one of our community awards. So congratulations on that for leading that group. So Charles, we're going to start with, how did you end up at Lake of the Woods? That's
well, my wife and I got involved with Lake of the Woods just sort of by accident. Long story short, we were the losing bid in a school silent auction. The winning bid, by the way, was her secretary and her secretary's husband. So we had never heard of Lake of the Woods. We decided to come down and take a look, and we did not know anything about gated communities. So we got to the gate and were, of course, turned around because we were not members, nor were we with a real estate agent. So we came back actually the next day and then started the process, and that was in 2007.
Okay.
So we actually bought 3 months later on the little lake, Keaton Lake, your lake, and have been full-time residents since 2009.
Okay, all right. So yeah, you've been here for a minute now. Feels like time flies. I know we've been here 11 years, and I
might say that one of the things that we went through during that process is we looked at houses, etc., and our focus was on the house. The real estate agent that was taking us around kept on saying, "Would you like to see the amenities?" We did not know what amenities meant. And now, having been residents for 18 years, full-time residents, no, actually 16 years if you do the math, we really appreciate the breadth of the amenities here at Lake of the Woods.
Absolutely, for sure. So one of the things that we always say is one of the things we love the most about Lake of the Woods is the people in our community that make it up. And, you know, this idea of all of these different committees is really a great conversation point for Keith and I and Licata Group to talk about when we're bringing folks here, because it's hard to find a talent that doesn't somewhere exist in our community. So that's a positive for someone who's coming into our community, whether you're retired or not, you know, to take advantage of that.
That's correct. And there's a group or a club for any interest. If it's not history, Civil War history, then I'm sorry that you won't be joining us. But if you're interested in a lot of other things, there are so many clubs to spend your time with.
Yeah. So give us a little history on the Civil War Study Group.
Well, the Civil War Study Group was founded in 2010 by residents at Lake of the Woods. I actually was at one of the first meetings, but sort of like in the periphery. So I really wasn't asked to be on the board until like 2013, I want to say. And I've been president for 6 years, actually 9 years. This is the last year of my third 3-year term. I was asked back in 2016 by the then president if I would be interested, and I said, okay, but I had not read the bylaws. I did not realize it was a 3-year term.
Right.
And then my fellow board members kept on extending my life. So for 9 years, however, I'm pleased to announce that I will be stepping down after our annual board meeting in December because someone else is going to be taking the reins. I'll still be around.
Great. Well, that's good. Well, I'm sure you will still be involved and they'll benefit from all that you've done.
And so the Civil War Study Group started out just as that. They wanted to study together. And one of the first things they did was to find out the actual location meandering through the Lake of the Woods property of what was called the Culpeper Mine Road. Now, this was a road that was really pretty much a wagon path back in the day, but it had been used extensively by the armies of the Civil War conflicts that occurred in this area, specifically the May 1863 Battle of Chancellorsville, the November 1863 Battle of Mine Run, south of us, and the May 1864 Battle of the Wilderness, bang, right here.
Wow.
Right here.
And that little trail that you're talking about, the Mine Run
The Mine Run Road, yes.
Road,
Yeah.
is that what is currently Mine Run Road? That
No,
trail
no,
you're describing? Where is it?
Actually,
in
it's not
present
Mine
day?
Road. It was called Pepper Mine Road.
Oh, Pepper Mine Road.
But it was. You'd have to see the the graphic, but it only, if you look at the map of Lake of the Woods, it only intersects the right 2/3, and then it goes down off of Route 20 down to Good Hope Baptist Church area. And but in any event, so that was the first thing, and over the first few years, they did pretty much study, but then they started offering, having monthly speakers come in. And so we've been doing that now for 10 years, monthly speakers. And
that's a lot of speakers.
Well, it is.
Every month.
And with the advent of the unfortunate advent of the pandemic, we started to tape, video, the proceedings, and so we now have a YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
And we have a full 5 years worth of recorded programs.
So if you wanted to access that on your YouTube channel, you go to Lake of the Woods Study Group,
Right, yes.
and search?
Well, Lake of the, it's called civilwarstudygroup.org. And the menu at the top right, the hamburger menu, the three stripes rather, the program's choice of that menu will have a list, unfolding list by year, and each of there will be a description of the talk, and then there will be a link to the video of that talk. So. At the tender age of 74, I became a videographer, as well as president.
Yeah, the pandemic brought a lot of necessities, new talents out of necessity.
But there's a lot of history in this area that even precedes the Civil War. So, for instance, in this area, Route 3 is called Germanna Highway. Why is it called Germanna Highway? Well, in the early 1700s, Lieutenant Governor Spotswood brought German immigrants over, miners, to help extract the iron ore out of this Virginia clay soil out of this area. And so that leads to yet another name. Why is this called the wilderness? Well, the smelting furnaces required to process that iron required a lot of wood to, feed the fires. And so you have this whole area was old growth forests back in the day in the early 1700s. And then over time, of course, the area was, all that was cut down to use. And when you have an old growth forest, they're very, very tall trees. There's a expanding canopy that helps keep out seeds on the wind that would otherwise have fallen to the floor and sprouted. And so once that canopy was gone, a lot of stuff came in. And so you have this growth, undergrowth of all sorts of different types of plants. So when it came time for the battle in May of 1864, this area had been known as the wilderness for a long time. It's almost like going through a jungle, having to hack your way through a jungle,
Right.
because it was so tough. And so during the Battle of the Wilderness, you had close quarters, because there was very little open land. There was not the ability to set up a lot of artillery, and so it was mainly man-to-man fighting. And if you can imagine all that foliage, the musket fire, and all the smoke that comes from that,
sounds like
the visibility would have been very difficult, etc. And also, regrettably, there had been somewhat of a drought, and so it was very well, not a risk of fire; it was actual fire. There were troops on both sides that were burned to death when. Sparks flew and ignited the underbrush. So and that's why it's called the wilderness, because of that. Now, going back further in around Revolutionary War times, the Marquis de Lafayette was a friend of Jones, another Churchill Jones, thank you, another senior moment, of Churchill Jones, who had a plantation here, as did his brother William Jones. In, I believe, 1781, it is the time frame, on his way down to Yorktown, Lafayette stopped here and got supplies, because Churchill said, go see my brother William, and so he was there. But when Lafayette did his grand tour of America in 1824, he stopped at Elwood Manor, which is right off of Route 20, just south of the intersection of Route 3, Route 20, and stayed a while. So he was part of the grand. This was part of the grand tour.
So where do you? What is there a central location where you go to get your documents? Is there a Library of Congress, or is there a study
definitely.
area?
Obviously,
a holding of all of the historical documents, I guess, is what I'm getting at.
There is a very active historical society in Orange County, and they maintain a lot of documentation down in the town of Orange, the county seat. But also with the wonders of the internet, a lot of this stuff is available online, and so we have used that. The wonders of technology also allows us to do graphics that I also, in addition to becoming a videographer, I've become a graphic artist in the past. But like Google Maps, for instance, if you can get the map coordinates of the approximate location of, for instance, one of the units of the Union or Confederate troops, you can place it on the map, and so you can do a graphic that allows you to show people this is. So one of the things that we have on our website is a link to our interpretive panels. And by the way, these are interpretive panels that are shown in this trifold, which is we've given Licata Realty a supply of these, and I'm told that they're part of the information package that y'all give out to people interested in Lake of the Woods. But in some of those interpretive panels, we've been able to overlay the current road network over the historic events. And so you can see where, for instance, in the Battle of the Wilderness, the Gordon's Flank attack, which happened the evening of May 6th, at the end of that, regrettably for the Union, that they had to retreat a lot because Gordon was a Confederate general, and he did a pretty good job of attacking their left flank. But that left flank was pushed back so at the end of the night, at the end of May 6th, most of the Second Corps under Sedgwick was arranged around Keaton Lake.
Wow, and you were talking about Keaton Lake was then Keaton Run. Is that what you
Keaton Run, or
shared
depending
earlier?
upon which local map, it was Caton Run, C-A as opposed to K-E.
Okay.
So it's, yeah.
Interesting. And then, of course, I could get a history lesson all day from you, but I really want to make sure people know how to get in touch with you. Did you bring this little stack to keep here too?
Yes.
Because what I'm going to offer is that we will leave this stack here at Licata office, and if you want more information, come by and pick one up. And
so there's, at the bottom of the front is a scannable code for our website, but then also inside the description of each of the panels and a scannable code that will take you to the specific page if you wanted to see the details.
It's a great resource. All right, I got one last question for you. Are we sitting on a gold mine?
Oh. Okay, well, yes, and no. Not at this office, but very close, very close. So we're on Route 3 west of the intersection of Route 20. About, what would you say, about 3/4 of a mile or maybe something like that. Well, half a mile east of us, a little bit, I guess it would be northeast of us, one of the largest gold mines in Virginia history was actually active until the 19-teens. And as a matter of fact, that mine was using some equipment, mining equipment, that was so new for its time that when the mine shut down in the 1920s, none other than Henry Ford came by and picked up that piece of equipment for his museum in Detroit.
Wow.
So, but these gold mines were never really, I mean, this was not the California gold mine experience, but in the 18-teens, 1813, I think, or thereabouts, someone found a nugget in, what's it called, whatever the name of the, but anyway, it's in one of the nearby creeks on William Jones' Elwood Plantation, and they popped up here and there. And so, for instance, within Lake of the Woods, if you either currently live at and own 715 Eastover Parkway or eventually buy it, you'll be sitting on a gold mine. But the unfortunate thing is, in modern day transactions, the deed of trust that you sign, where it's your property is signed over to you, you sign away your mineral rights. So, it's a nice story, though.
It is a great story. Yeah, and Charles reminded me of something I learned in my real estate class that I haven't really had to use again.
Yeah.
But Charles, thank you. Is there anything before we go that you would like our community to know about your Civil War study group, or any last thoughts, or even a surprising thing you've learned?
Wow, I could go on forever. Well, the Civil War Study Group does meet monthly, except in December, and we have a speaker each and every month. And we do have, like I say, a YouTube channel that is where the links in our programs, a pull-down menu, will allow them to see the programs if they're not able to come in. The programs are open. It's not a membership organization per se, so there are no dues. I think we've been able to provide a wide variety of information and learning over the last 14 years.
Yeah, how many members have you had participating?
At each monthly meeting, the attendance probably ranges from 35 to 55.
Wow, that's actually larger than I expected.
And our contact list is about 350.
Wow,
So
good to know.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
of course, that means only 10% react to respond. But
I think that sounds like a pretty good turnout. So we're going to stay tuned. I'm definitely going to check out the YouTube videos as well. Thank you for joining us today, Charles Brewer. Thank you so much, and congratulations again for your recent acknowledgement at our Honors Awards Committee meeting.
And come and join us at Lake of the Woods if you're not already a resident.
Sounds great. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.